What's up, guys? So Zona here. I just wanted to jump back on and kind of try to explain what's going on here. um, it's not that big of a deal, but I wanted to try my best to keep things in chronological order if I could. But so I just uploaded two videos. Those two videos I uploaded because if I didn't upload it at this time, I would have lost the footage, and I didn't want to risk doing that, so I went ahead and uploaded them now. That event, that's the two videos of the same night, just from a different vantage point, and that was actually on Thursday night. And the footage speaks for itself. You know, I was being monitored and surveilled by the police. A crime was committed that morning, and that's typically what they do. They're getting bold. I mean, they're just getting bolder and bolder. You know, pretending to be pulling people over. You know, coincidentally, right in the same vicinity where I'm going to be going, where I'm currently living, where I'm currently staying. And, you know, pulling these people over. As soon as I take my phone out and start recording it, the stop is over. You know, now they're pulling off. And the last video where they were, you know, getting out of their vehicles, walking around that same building, acting like they were trying to check for alarms and things. It's just, they are going out of their way to just be bold and emboldened in my life, surveilling me in ways and in a fashion that is outrageous, simply outrageous. And so hopefully seeing that will help you to understand, number one, my disposition. Two, also why I'm like a dog with a bone with the whole fake TI epidemic. Because you only have a couple of avenues to expose corruption. You know, you don't have like a plethora of ways to, you know, get information out when you're being attacked by the world and its governments. And when you have a platform that, you know, where your voice can be heard, you know, in somewhat a safe manner, and then you have these people coming out preventing you from being able to utilize it, it's frustrating. It's infuriating, actually. But it is what it is. But I feel like because it's happening and the fact that I really can't utilize it the way I'd like to, I think it's my responsibility to expose. That's what you do. When you come up against people who are corrupt, people who are committing crime, people who are doing things to hurt other people, you expose it. You don't sit back and be silent about it. Oh well, oh well, oh well. You stand up and you expose it. That's your responsibility and your duty. And so that's why I'm going to continue to talk about the fraud that is happening on this platform and why it's happening, because it's criminal. So where I left off in my last video when I was talking about the epidemic of fake TIs, I was talking about the goal and the agenda that these disgusting, filthy maggots have. And one of the main ones, it's just like the gangstalkers that I was talking about prior, because that's what they are, is making sure that those who are truly being affected by this crime never come together. That's their goal. I mean, of course, they'd like to manipulate your mind into believing certain schools of thought and certain ideas and ideologies that are false, but the main thing is keeping you separated and isolated. And as I said before, if you were to go on some of their channels, oh, they have plenty of followers. They got, so many subscribers, and who knows how real that is, but it's seemingly they have a lot of followers and a lot of subscribers, and a lot of people gravitate to them, and I don't really understand what that's about, but it is what it is, But as I was saying about the little um, gang stalker Sims Yehuda, he he's a prime example of what I'm talking about. As when you look at these people who have this fake fruit, this man is covered in tattoos. He doesn't really know his Bible. He claims that he does, but he doesn't. If you were to really go in deep with him and ask him questions about, all of the books, he would not be equipped. And that's how most of them are, because it's all a facade. It's all a fake. They're pretty decent speakers, because that's what actors do. But again, when you really get deep and start talking to these people about their faith and about their beliefs, the power proves false every time. It proves false every time. The prime example of what I'm talking about is, so I went on a young woman's channel who's a real TI, black woman. She's an attractive woman, and she typically does her videos while she's in it. So she's in her videos, and you can see her face, you can see her, and, again, she's an attractive woman. Every video that I viewed, and I think I viewed about 5 of her videos, the same fake Israelite gang stalkers were in her comment box. And so she was talking about how she wanted to, get together and form an online protest. She was like, I want to do this online protest, I want us to come together, which is a great idea. Been there and done that. And so because I seen that these people were like, they kept popping up in her box, and it was about 2 or 3 of them. I commented to her and I said, it's a great idea what you got. I said, but you got to be super careful, because I already see that you got at least 2 or 3 fake TIs in your comment box on at least 5 of your videos. So you've been conversing with people who are fake. She was like, she got really kind of offended because she felt like I was trying to evoke fear in her. And it wasn't, I'm trying to invoke fear, I'm trying to inform you. And not more than maybe 2 weeks later, she said she had a falling out with the very person that I told her was a fake TI in her comment box. Because she later reached out to me and said, okay, who is it? Could you name it? And I said, yeah, I can name it. And I told her. And then not 2 weeks later, she made a video saying that she had a falling out with this guy. And said that he was slandering her name and calling her witches. And that's their game. That's their game. They love to slander you and in public on your platform, in your channel, so that all of the people that are following you can see this opinion being formed. So he's calling you a witch now because you don't believe some of the things that he believes. Even though I guarantee you, if you really broke down the Bible to him, he would not know half of the books that you're talking about because he has not read it. But yet here he is over here in his Israelite stance calling you a witch. The hypocrisy. But yet we don't know what the Bible says about slander. What does the Bible say about slander? I'll wait. This question goes out to the Israelites who's watching this video. What does the Bible talk about slander? Now, he didn't have any proof that this woman was a witch. It was all based on you not having the same opinion or belief system as this person. This wasn't you seeing her out somewhere. She didn't do anything to affect you in in a negative manner. She didn't do anything to hurt your feelings. She didn't say anything. I mean, she's just not in the same belief system as you. Is that grounds enough for you to call her a witch? Again, if you've had an interaction with somebody and that interaction was negative, then you have the right to form an opinion about who you think that person is. But when you have just discovered that you don't have the same belief system as somebody, that does not give you the right to decide that this person is this, that, or the third. Because that is slander. So I don't quite understand what's so hard about seeing this vicious cycle, but it's a problem. It is a problem, and more people who are truly going through a hard time with this gang stalking need to start talking about it, because these individuals need to be ousted. They need to be taken off and ran off of YouTube because they don't belong here. And this is basically a message to those who come on YouTube and you're new, and maybe you're a new target. You know, you're trying to understand what's happening to you and what's going on. It's not fair to them either that they can't come on and have a safe place where they're going to be told the truth about what's happening, and they're going to have people who are sincerely interested in being your comrade. It's just not fair. So again, I'm not a fan. Let me repeat. I'm not a fan of coming on here and wasting my breath talking about these people and having an opinion about these people. I really hate it, because I know majority of the time people are not going to listen. But unfortunately, I have a responsibility and a duty to uphold what I want people to uphold. And if you see something wrong happening, you need to stand up and say something. That's what I want people to do, that I respect, and therefore I need to be about what I'm asking others to do.